My name is Bill. Welcome to the Night Terrors Weekend Show. Tonight is viewer request, and we're starting right now. By the way, that Twitch suspension is a welcome Eldergrown. That Twitch suspension, they said, was 7 days. We're hoping to get the movie up on Thursday evening. So this week it's going to be Saturday and Thursday. At that time, Gotcha Man will be hosting, and the movies are a medieval cornucopia, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and Black Death. Welcome, Synchro 505. We're going to be having our movie on Thursday night, we're hoping. Thank you, Chad. Chad Martin says both great movies. Oh, you've seen Black Death? Yeah, good flick. Black Death is where a young monk acolyte gets sent out to, during the days of the Black Death, gets sent out to investigate a village where it's said that the dead are being brought back to life. So that's a good movie. Welcome, Two Feathers. Shazbot Shiznit is here and says greetings. Verpine says good evening. Welcome, Verpine. Zerithian says, good to see me. Thank you, Zerithian. Good to see you too, buddy. We're going to start out this evening, while you guys are getting your viewer requests already. We're going to start out with a previous viewer request from Oh No, It's Taco. Shazbot Shiznit wants to know, how did The Quiet Earth end? Did the couple live happily ever after? Oh, you gotta see the ending to believe it, but I will give a spoiler here. Renee says, hello, everyone. Happy to see you here. They're not able to prevent the oncoming glitch, and we stay with our main character as he suffers the glitch, and he's totally alone on yet another Earth, which has two suns and cloud monsters floating in the sky. It's really fantastic end scene. I'm so sorry you guys didn't get to see it. Great T is here. Great T says, Night Terrors family, good evening. Fantastic to be back with the deep-voiced MC. Thank you, Great T. We're going to try the movie night on Thursday. We should be up from Twitch suspension by then, at which time we'll be seeing a medieval feast, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and Black Death. Okay, remember, Thursday night for with Gotcha Man as guest host. Dinkum Aussie says good day to everyone. Sunglasses and thumbs up. Welcome, Dinkum. Our first topic tonight, and we do need suggestions. Our first topic is, well, let me get the suggestion list out here for a second. Yeah. So feel free to suggest. Yeah, Sean Bean is in that movie. Verpine is correct. Good actor, Sean Bean. David Bryce says good evening. Yeah, that the Twitch is really, really touchy on sex scenes. Extremely touchy. I mean, that was very tastefully done, that sex scene, you know? And it was like, it was very short as well. Well, what are you going to do? Jacob says, I see we're doing the platform dance. So, first topic from Oh No, It's Taco. Who killed Hazel Drew? The little-known 1908 unaliving case that inspired Twin Peaks. Subtitle, did you know that Laura Palmer's unaliving was inspired by a real-life unaliving case? It's at thelineup.com, and it's written by something S. CWS. Thank you for being. Two Feathers asked, no, that's not a stupid question, Two Feathers. I'm on YouTube every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Takaham Olsen 2 says, hi, my Twitch is not working. Yes, that's correct. I've been suspended from Twitch for a sex scene in movie number 2 of last week. A 7-day suspension, which means we have to wait until Thursday night next week for a movie night, as is represented on this card right here. So Thursday night for movie night this coming week. And CWS begins. We all have that story that haunted and intrigued us as children. The story that opened us up to a different world, to a darkness that many of us still seek out in true crime and horror. Twin Peaks, the bizarre and brilliant whodunit from the early 90s, returned in 2017 to mystify a new generation of viewers. The show centers on the small-town unaliving of Laura Palmer and the secrets that surface in the wake of her unaliving. Turns out the fictional mystery of Palmer's demise can be traced back to a real-life murder case. Twin Peaks co-creator Mark Frost was loosely inspired by a certain story his grandmother used to tell him as a child, while he spent summers with her in rural New York, a place called Sand Lake. Where is Sand Lake? I don't think it's near me, but that would be nice. Sand Lake, New York. No, it's near me, actually. Averill Park. A stone's throw for myself. And there it is. I guess that's where the creator of Twin Peaks grew up. Isn't that something? Not very big town, huh? Look at that. Although they have their own library. Look at that way. A very small town. And they have their own high school. I don't see an elementary there. They must be bussing the kids out. The inspiration, quotes Frost, or quote from Frost, sprang from a nightmarish little bedtime story my grandmother Betty Calhoun planted in my ear as a young boy. She told him that she told him that a ghost haunted the area of the lake they lived near. But was it just a story? So there's a lake by there called Sand Lake. There's a lake here. Of course, they're not labeled. What if we go to, where's the layer list here? How do we do the regular view? Title 3D, no. Location, street view. Oh, there's layers. Everything, yeah, everything and water, including water. Sand Lake Cemetery. Still not seeing that, the famous Sand Lake. Oh, here we go. That was the name. No, that's Glass Lake. Crooked Lake. Where's the titular Sand Lake? Snyder's Lake. Maybe right here? West Sand Lake. Maybe it dried up. Known locally as the Teal Pond Mystery. This ghost story comes from the real unaliving of a 20-year-old woman named Hazel Drew in 1908. Much like the central character of Twin Peaks, unalived teenager Laura Palmer, Hazel Drew's body was found washed ashore. However, Hazel's corpse was not wrapped in plastic like Laura Palmer's. Instead, she was found with a corset string wrapped around her throat. Her unaliving caused from blunt force trauma to the back of her noggin. Hazel Drew, photo credit, find a grave. Ever seen that Find a Grave? It's pretty interesting. It was this woman, Hazel Drew, who Mark Frost mentioned to co-creator David Lynch. It isn't hard to tell from David Lynch's films that he has an obsession with young women and their secret lives. The story of the beautiful young Hazel Drew piqued his interest, especially when Frost revealed what he had found while doing research on a trip back to Sand Lake, hoping to fill in the details he never knew. At the time of her death, no one knew that Hazel had a vibrant, chaotic personal life. Last seen picking raspberries on the side of a local road, this image of innocence was shared by her community, and so what was to follow would come as an enormous shock. She had no known boyfriends, but after her unaliving, police uncovered a great deal of correspondence between Hazel and several different men. Just as in Twin Peaks, a lot of what authorities had to go on were the initials of those people Hazel had been meeting in the night. Or writing to in secret. And just like Laura Palmer, the evidence showed that Hazel Drew lived a complicated double life. With every lead announced by the police, a new character was added to the tapestry of suspects. Can I move this thing? This thing is annoying. How do I get rid of this thing? You can't move it, can you? Why do they put that in the middle of stuff? That was Frank Smith, the farmhand, which Hazel had known. But he was cleared with an alibi. Then came Hazel's uncle, William Taylor. But he was cleared, who lived within a mile of the lake, where Hazel's body was found, and was there to help pull up her corpse from the water. Though the town found him particularly suspect because of his odd behavior. He was known as melancholy and wanting to self-harm. He was eventually cleared, as they could find no evidence linking him to Hazel's unaliving. There was another local man, known as a half-wit, who was said to torture animals, as well as a professor said to have employed Hazel. Hazel's mother also mentioned a man from Troy, who she believed possessed hypnotic powers, which certainly echoes the occult elements of Twin Peaks. A still of Laura Palmer, the character. These suspicious characters kept coming. A dentist that proposed to Hazel. A train conductor she may have been dating in secret. And local millionaire Henry Cramroth, who ran a nearby club with an illicit reputation. Rumors of orgies and women being held against their will swirled around Cramroth's resort, as well as rumors about Hazel's romantic involvement with Cramroth. Ultimately, he was also let off, despite witnesses claiming to have heard screams from his establishment around the time of the unaliving. Although her injuries were consistent with homicide, authorities put forth a different theory, probably meant to placate the community. A newspaper article contained this statement from the police. Quote, "After 5 days of careful investigation, in which many theories have been advanced, a motive for the unaliving is lacking. Nothing has been learned that would warrant the authorities in making an arrest in connection with the crime. This being the case, the accident theory is advanced." Jeez, maybe a little payola from Ramroth there. Cramroth, sorry. What are you supposed to say? Not when you accuse someone of something. Allegedly. Allegedly. This being the case, the accident theory is advanced. The tar road between Troy and Averill Park is popular with automobilists. A reckless chauffeur speeding along at night may have struck the girl with his car, causing her unalivement. Rather than face the consequences and knowing the country well, it would have been comparatively simple to have taken the girl's body in the car up the lonely road toward Taborton and to have thrown her body into the mill pond. The unaliving of Hazel Drew is still officially unsolved. Frost told the Washington Post it seemed to be kind of a hastily conducted investigation, and because she was a person from a family that was not prominent, I think you could fairly say, and because there's been very little sympathy for female victims of that sort in this time, she may have gotten short shrift. Although the story of Hazel's death and the subsequent case serves as the basis of Twin Peaks, it is certainly far from the actual story. It was more the feeling of the story, the feeling of a small town that felt foreign to Frost, the secrets, the gossip, the closeness of the community that made for even more shocking revelations. Frost wrote, I always lived in either big cities or suburbs in my life. I'd grown up hearing that people in the about people in the mountain were out of the ordinary. People in the mountain. And it's not very mountainous around there, as far as I know. Maybe a smallish mountain. Who were a little off-kilter sometimes. So I think of all those stories had an impact on my thinking about folks like this. And I can definitely remember feeling like, yeah, this is a little bit like a guy who used to live out by the sawmill, or this is one of the hermits that I would hear about. Kenga Kong says, Night Terrors, I did not see you on Twitch, Bill. That is correct. Let me get this placard up while I'm talking to Kenga Kong. Eldergrown asks, does anyone ever get lengthy shrift? Yeah, what does short shrift mean? We're going to find that out. Let's see here. Oh, first Kenga. But let me go to short shrift here first. Short shrift. Why is it not answering with AI? Summary, careless treatment. I wanted more, we'll go to worldwide words. Anywho, Kenga. Yeah, I was suspended from Twitch for some naughty film parts in the late in the second feature. They would have to be late, right before the fantastic ending of A Quiet Earth. And so this coming Thursday is going to be in the movies because it's a 7-day suspension from Twitch. So add 1 day to your calendar for that movie. And at that time, it's going to be a medieval extravaganza with Monty Python and the Holy Grail, followed by Black Death. And Gotchaman will be guest host on that evening. And I will be there in spirit, if not in chat. Kenga Kong says, darn, I know. My next suspension from Twitch, I believe, is 30 days. And after that, it's a permanent closure of the channel. So Gotchaman and I are going to try to be really careful about to walk that narrow road. Because Twitch is the only place I'm earning any income right now. I've begun my uploads to Rumble. So if you want to see the old shows all over again, there's one every day from Monday to Friday. They're released at 9 a.m. in the morning for people at work who like to watch videos. So it's going to be the old shows, one every weekday at 9 a.m., which would be 12 noon Pacific, right? Am I doing it at the wrong time? Oh gosh, 9 a.m. is... I'm going to have to change it till noon. In the future, look for them at noon. I will change that tonight. Look for them at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Yeah, I'm really going to have to change that. My head doesn't wrap around those, East Coast, West Coast times very easily, unfortunately. Zerithian says, all right, Bill, Rumble sounds good. Shazbot says, movie suggestion. The Poseidon Adventure and the Towering Inferno. Good disaster classics and no nakedness. Good idea, Shazbot. I'm going to have to add it to the Shazbot list. First being The Believers. And I like Poseidon Adventure. Yeah, definitely. No sex on the boat. Yeah, it's a good idea, Shazbot. Renee with a topic. Humans have more than 5 senses between 22 and 23. Thank you, Renee. By the way, guys, when you're submitting topics, make sure you highlight or can you highlight here on YouTube? Probably not, right? Yeah, when I'm reading, it's really since I don't have videos to do anymore. It's really hard to see your suggestions when they come up. So maybe say at Night Terrors like 3 times, and that'll make enough color to draw my eye, maybe. Because a single Night Terrors has not been doing it. I saw Kanga Kong's comment a little bit late. So if you put at Night Terrors, copy paste it like 3, 4, 5 times in a row. You can't highlight, just use Night Terrors. Yeah, if you use it like a few times, the color will draw my eye, I hope. Or anybody's name at yourself. It doesn't matter. Welcome to Don't Drink the Kool-Aid. Welcome to Casual Kitty. Thumbs up from Casual Kitty for Poseidon. As long as the Ernest Borgnine version. Yeah, that's the only one I would ever show. Of course. It's going to be with Ernie. Yeah, that's the big check mark, right. I wish KB Lorraine was here. Because I just made her moderator and want to explain some things to her about the schedule. But if she shows up, we'll be sure to do that. As long as, hopefully I'll see her name. That's short shrift. Okay, here we go. The first use of the phrase and language, of course, is from Shakespeare. Boy, I need water tonight. I did not get my juice together. That means there's going to be a RoboBill break at some point in time. Got Renee's topic. There's another one I missed earlier. Yeah, Green Tea says we can use pictures. There we go, Shazbot. That probably will draw my attention. Good idea. Topic, Alexa St. Martin. Thank you. Got it. That's a gross one, but hopefully it won't bother YouTube, I'm hoping. Don't Drink the Kool-Aid is here. Yeah, that's pretty serious, Shazbot. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. But that's the right way to that's a good way to show me that something's going on over there. That I think will draw my eye. Shakespeare mentions the phrase in Shakespeare's Richard III of 1594, in which Lord Hastings is condemned by Richard to be taken out at once and beheaded. Richard Ratcliffe says to Hastings, "Make a short shrift. He longs to see your head." A short shrift. What's odd about it is that it doesn't appear again until Sir Walter Scott's poetic romance in 1815. About 230 years later, I'm guessing. 220 years later. Short were his shrift in that debate in The Lord of the Isles. After that, it quickly becomes a standard idiom in the language, with a sense first of a brief respite, then of giving a matter brief and unsympathetic attention, especially in the phrase to give short shrift to somebody or something. Scott likely extracted the phrase from Shakespeare. He loved using archaisms. He was so influential in the early 19th century that he was probably single-handedly responsible for making it popular. Shakespeare's meaning for shrift would have been immediately known to his audience. It's from the verb shrive, the act of confessing to a priest, followed by penance and absolution. Shrive, confessing. So make a short shrift, make a short confession and absolution. So when Ratcliffe tells Hastings to make a short shrift, he was telling him to be quick about his confession because Richard wanted him dead as soon as possible. Shrive itself is a strange word, since its Latin source is scriptum, letters of writing, from which we get words such as script. The modern German word schreiben, to write, comes from the same source, as do similar terms in other European languages. For some reason we do not understand, the verb shrive took on special sense in the Old English and Scandinavian languages of imposing penalty, perhaps from the idea of making a written decree. Or, issuing a sentence in writing. Right? So that was short shrift in Shakespeare's times. What about in Sir Walter Scott's times? Short were his shrift in that debate. Short were his shrift in that debate, his shrift. That looks like it's saying short was his performance in that debate. Or short were his words in that debate. Because Shakespeare says, make a short confession and penance. Okay. Superfans flocked to Sand Lake after the announcement of Twin Peaks' return. By now, however, the community is used to people poking around in the woods near the lake, hoping to piece together what happened to the woman who served as the inspiration for one of the most iconic victims in television and cinema history, Laura Palmer. Lola Noble with To Be or Not to Be. That is the question. Thank you, Lola. Drewfologist says good evening. Welcome, Drew. Yes, Green Tea, we are looking for topics. Remember to look up at Shazbot's post and say my name 3 times there, or somebody's name 3 times, so I see the color out of the corner of my eye. One is not going to do it. One name's not going to do it. Welcome, Amy VR. Where the heck is Sand Lake? West Sand Lake. Averill Park, Posterkill. Snyder's Lake. West Sand Lake, and this is Averill Park, and that's where Sand Lake is. So it should be right here, right? No, where's Sand Lake Corners? Old Route 66. Maybe this right here is Sand Lake. How many woods are actually around there? No, that's Crystal Lake. Where the heck is Sand Lake? Sand Lake Walking Trail. It's not going to tell us. Is that the Sand Lake right there? Not very big if it is. That's a lot bigger. Does that have a name? No, it does not. Crooked Lake down there on the bottom right. Show us the names of the lakes. Wow, what a lousy map. Wait, there it was, right? Oh, that's that lake. That's Crystal. Crystal Cove. Sand Lake Walking Trail right here. Looks like the lake dried up. That's got to be Sand Lake right here, right? The little tiny one? Or this one? Where does the walking trail go? The walking trail right there. which heads this way. And it ends here in this cul-de-sac. That's the Sand Lake walking trail. I wish I knew how. I tilted it. Thank you, Nikamasi. Casual Kitty says that's maybe a 10-minute walk, right? If that. Yeah, it's like a 10-minute walk. If that. 10-minute round trip, maybe. Miller High School. And there's Sand Lake, the town. Sand Lake Cemetery. You think they would be near Sand Lake, at Sand Lake. It's got to be either this little tiny one. Maybe it's this little tiny one here. It's kind of next to the cemetery, isn't it? Maybe that's it there. Kind of looks sandy, too. That has an odd shape. Oh, because that's brushes overgrown all around it. It's not a very big lake. The Sand Lake Mystery. Where is Sand Lake? Shazbot. The Believers does have skin in it. Think of another one. Think of Shazbot. Well, Gotchaman is currently the two movies that are coming up. Gotchaman is going to take care of something like putting bunnies in front of the sex or something like that. He's very inventive, Gotchaman. Search the web privately. No, we want to know where is the Sand Lake associated with the village of Sand Lake in New York State? Answer with AI. Is located within the town of Sand Lake. Rensselaer County. Is that where we were? Let me try that. Maybe we weren't at the right county. Yeah, no, we're in the right county. It's in the town of Sand Lake. Of course, it doesn't. Some help from AI. Specifically, the village of Sand Lake is situated near the center of the town, and the lake is mentioned as being part of the town's landscape. Searchers also do not provide a specific location or coordinates for the lake, but describe it as being near the center of the town. It's worth noting that Sand Lake has 3 hamlets: Averill Park, Glass Lake, and West Sand Lake. While West Sand Lake, Crystal Lake, previously called Sand Lake. Thank you, Eldergrown. It is Crystal Lake then. They changed the name after all the Twin Peaks tourists came down. Thank you, Elder. So, the Sand Lake where the unaliving took place. Right here. And the girl was found on the shore, just like in Twin Peaks, with a corset. Thank you, Elder. You are a good researcher, sir. With a corset tie around her neck. So she got hit by a car and and then they put a corset tie around her neck. I don't know about that. So here it is, the famous Sand Lake, where the inspiration for Twin Peaks and the actual place where Hazel Drew was unalived body was found. Next up, we're going to take someone who says, I have a topic. Oh, the one about the senses. Humans having more than one sense. Let's get to that one. How many senses do humans have? And the poster said, why don't I have the name of the poster? That I suck. I've lost the name of the poster. It might be Renee, but I don't remember. My apologies toward the original poster. Next topic. No, it's not that one. It's this one. Answer with AI first. It was Renee, says Elder. Thank you, Elder. Humans possess 22 to 33 senses, according to various sources, including neuroscientists and researchers. Humans possess more than the commonly recognized 5 senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. The estimated range varies, but most agree we have between 22 and 33 distinct senses. Distinct. Equilibrioception, the sense of balance and spatial orientation. Proprioception, the sense of body position and movement. Nociception, the sense of pain. I would say that might be like the sense of, it's not like the sense of touch. I guess that's a different sense. Thermoception, the sense of temperature. Magnetoception, the sense of magnetic fields, present in some animals but debated in humans. Interoception, the sense of internal bodily states such as hunger, thirst, or fatigue. Pacinian corpuscles, sensitive to vibrations and pressure changes. Why are those not two separate senses? Pressure changes and vibrations being separate. Merkel's discs, sensitive to light, touch, and pressure. Well, that's a sense of touch, right? Pressure, yeah, but light touch? Or pressure accompanying touch, I guess. I guess so. Yeah, pressure accompanying touch. Yeah, I would agree. Those are two separate senses. Okay, we need another topic, people. I'm gonna see the list of the 33. Where's the 33? What are the 33? Casual Kitty says Mark Ruffalo, which, by the way, lives not near me, but within a day's drive. I love that guy. Good actor. Never seen him in anything Marvel, though, other than outside of Marvel. Great actor. Mark Ruffalo said he had a dream where he had a brain tumor, so he got scanned, and he did. Incredible. Elder groans, so they just broadened the definition of sense, says Elder. Okay, refresh here on the search. List of the 33 supposed senses of man. Proprioception. Equilibrium. Whoops. Damn dragon. Equilibrium, balance. Kinesthesia, movement and position. Nociception, pain. Thermoception, temperature. Magnetic fields. I don't think so. Gravity. Interoception, nausea and vomiting. That's a sense. That's one of the nasty ones. Hunger or thirst. Fatigue or sleepiness. Pain or discomfort. Fullness and being satisfied. Tension and relaxation. Heart rate and blood pressure. Is heart rate a sense? Is blood pressure a sense? Yeah, no. Respiratory rate. If you concentrate on it, yeah, okay. If you concentrate on it, but if you don't, then it's not. So it's a sense that disappears. It's an intermittent sense. Exteroception. Sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. The classic five. Vibration and pressure. I would separate those. Electric fields, yeah, okay. Magnetic fields, no. Temperature, wasn't that covered already? And chemicals. Wait, there's temperature here, and then there's chemicals. Chemicals. Isn't that the smell? Chemical burning. Yeah, thermoception is up here. It's also included in exteroception. Those cheaters. Thank you for being. Excellent suggestion, sir. I would not have seen that if I hadn't looked over too, buddy. So you don't have to use my name, but 3 would be ideal because that would draw my attention, I think. You know, it's up to you. It's your call, of course, in the end. Cognitive and emotional senses. Empathy is a sense? Wait a minute. Emotional senses? Is emotion sense? I beg to differ on that one. Empathy, intuition, creativity is a sense. Creativity, inspiration. Aesthetics, appreciation of beauty. Maybe emotional awareness, self-awareness, time perception, space perception, attention, focus, and concentration. Elder Grown says, according to this, any experiences you have with yourself or the outside world are senses. Yeah. Good point. Miscellaneous senses, visceral sense, gut feeling. So premonition is a sense. Oh, second sight. Here's ESP, including precognition and clairvoyance. Yeah, that's iffy as well. Armando says, what the heck, man? Welcome, Mondo V. Nose Pickin' says hi. Welcome, Nose Pickin'. Anyway, that's the complete list. And we have an excellent topic suggestion here from Verpine. Let's roll it out. And that is the Medford Schmooze. The Medford Schmooze are a mysterious and bizarre cryptid, reportedly sighted in Medford, Oregon, in the summer of 1953, that is. There are varying descriptions of these entities, but most accounts agree on their elongated blob-like appearance. Physical characteristics: white and hairy and shaped like a peanut. No visible limbs or facial features or nose. Short, round feet that are dexterous, allowing them to glide. Behavior. The shmoos are said to glide through the air, defying explanation, as they lack any physical attributes necessary for gliding. Witnesses have reported seeing 3 shmoos together, with the third being slightly smaller than the others. Many believe the Medford shmoos are extraterrestrial in origin, sharing a striking resemblance to the Fresno nightcrawlers. Some speculate that the shmoos may be atmospheric creatures, described as smoke-colored, or cigar-shaped clouds that glide quickly. Renee says the only shmoo I know is the cartoon. Deacon Mossy wants to know, do they have a monocle like Mr. Peanut? Okay, let's get a story here. Cryptid Wiki, fandom, Tumblr. Want to see something weird? Yeah. At Tumblr? I forget what Tumblr is. I thought Tumblr was pictures. Maybe I'm wrong. No, oh yeah, kind of. Let me try to log in here. I guess I use Google. Continue. When's your birthday? Blog name? Gotta be NightTerrors. Gotta be. Got it. When's your birthday? Don't look, people. How am I going to do this where no one can see it? Oh, yeah. Just do it over here. Not that I'm embarrassed to be born in 1960. Just a small way to protect the identity here. And next. I must agree. Where do I agree? You agree. Next. What am I leaving out? That's good and what is taken. Oh, but I bet NightTerrorsWithBill is not taken. And next. The Medford shmoos are elongated blob-like creatures found in Oregon. Oh, I get it. I thought they meant they had like chest hair. My spouse and I have been commenting on chest hair in movies and TV shows lately. So I'm thinking, oh, they're blobs and they have, I don't know what I was thinking. But they're like furry all around. Like furry. Why don't you say furry? It says here, hairy. The first sighting was in 53, it says here. In fact, this repeats what it says on AI. Remember that one SpongeBob episode, writes Leo Blog, where Squidward is mistaken for these hairy things. These are those hairy things. Okay, we need a story. Oh, good topic, Shazbot. That's coming up. Thank you, Shazbot. Wikipedia, Tumblr, blah, 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 Pinterest, YouTube, can't do it. Etsy. They sell shmoo stickers on Etsy. So does Sam Kalensky sell them. Why is all this artwork? It's not just pictures here, is it? What? It says all. Next. All this stuff is people selling stuff. Is it all ads now? Is everything an ad? Look at all these ads. What is going on? Where are we? We're at brave.com. The bog leech. Real aliens, the Medford Schmooze. Borrowing the picture from DeviantArt. A husband, wife, and daughter were driving through the woods when they spotted 3 mysterious shapes gliding over the ground. And it's supposed to show one that's smaller. Come on. It's barely smaller. They were completely covered in white hair with no other visible appendages or facial features, and oddly paralleled a family with 2 large beings and 1 smaller. They were vaguely reminiscent of the Shmoo, a then popular creature from the Little Abner comics. That we gotta see. Little Abner Shmoo. Oh yeah, no doubt, right? And he has whiskers. from the comic strip. So Shmoos not only lay eggs, but they also give milk. You claim they make wonderful steaks. He dropped dead. Of course. Go ahead and broil him. When you look at a Shmoo as though you'd like to eat him, he dies of sheer happiness. Boy, is that 50s. The old Sabrick blockhead. So that's it? Oh, come on. We need a long story about the Shmoos. Why is this all selling stuff? Everything here is an advertisement. Game cards. Okay, this is crazy. I'm going to try on Google. I hate Google, but I got to try it. Let's go here with Google. Kenga Kong says, my first dog, Kenga, sensed a bile duct disease I had. She used to lay across my stomach. One day she started to sniff a small area on my stomach and then started to move my hand towards that area, I'm guessing. Medford Schmooze. Here we go. Troll and Toad. Cryptid Nation Wilderness. It's mostly images and stuff. Why can't we find the original story? Loot Kingdom. And she started to move my shirt aside. I had it checked out. Bile duct disease. Wow, Kenga, amazing. Elder says, our dogs are just stupid. Yeah, we're stuck. I'm so sorry. We're stuck in pictures and stuff for sale here. I don't think we're going to find out much about it. Oh, let's ask AI. What is the complete story of the Medford Schmooze? It is Medford, right? Yeah, it is. Wait, answer with AI, please. Wait, what Wikipedia? Huh. Not much there in the original either. Let's try the Wikipedia. Shmoo Cave. It's not even Wikipedia. Only the Al Cap character. Devoured Eagle advises, remember to install uBlock Origin, Mr. Bill. We'll save you time, space, and internet data. uBlock Origin. What is uBlock Origin? uBlock Origin. Free open source. Add content blocker. Makes things easy on the CPU and memory. Yeah, thank you, buddy. So next up is, I think it's Shazbots. Yes, it is. To wit, ghosts who solved their own unaliving. I like it. Out of the loop on Reddit. What's up with the term unalive? Most apps these days censor death, died, or killing, or anything like that. So most have resorted to using the term unalive. TikTok is big in censoring these words, and it has spread since then. I hate the term unaliving, says Rant on Redding. Why do we have unaliving? Because I said unaliving. Let me put the alternate here. Cracked. Yeah, let's try cracked. 6 Ghosts Who Solve Their Own Unalivings by Mark Hill at cracked.com. Number 6, a haunting was allowed as evidence in an unaliving trial. In 1897, a West Virginia woman named Elva Shue, wife of local blacksmith Edward, was found dead by a neighbor. She was discovered lying at the foot of some stairs, her body in an awkward pose. After a cursory examination, a local doctor deemed the unaliving natural and proceeded with her burial, and that would have been the end of the case, except that the ghost of Elva Shue was having none of it. The reason Elva was never properly examined was that Edward methodically kept anyone from inspecting her neck and head, cradling it obsessively and becoming aggressive when the coroner came anywhere near her. But the new widower acted strangely during the funeral process, allowing only a cursory examination of the body and keeping her neck covered in a high-necked dress and scarf. If this were an episode of CSI, everybody would be screaming at the screen that Edward clearly unalived his wife. But despite this super suspicious behavior, the doctor did not feel right to press the issue and listed Elva's cause as death first, as everlasting faint, and then complications from pregnancy. And because this was the 19th century, people had no trouble believing women could die merely from being women. Well, complications from pregnancy, I imagine, was a common cause of death. Elva's mother, Mary Jane Heaster, had not liked Edward, and despite a lack of evidence, she was convinced he had unalived Elva. But given that both, quote, investigating crimes properly and, quote, taking women seriously, end quote, had not yet been invented in 1897. Mary could do nothing but pray that somehow the truth would come to light. Then for 4 nights in a row, Elva herself supposedly appeared in Mary Jane's dreams. explaining that her husband had crushed her neck because he hadn't liked his dinner. To prove that her spinal cord had been severed, Elva's ghost turned her head around 180 degrees and walked away while staring at Mary Jane. A creepy thing to do to your mother. But at this point it seems clear that Elva wasn't messing around. And it doesn't say messing around. Mary took this revelation to the local law guy, John Preston, and we'll never know whether Preston believed her or simply wanted to get the crazy-sounding woman off his back. But her panicked ramblings convinced him to look into the case. After learning about Edward's strange behavior, Preston, the only competent, non-unalived person in this story, ordered the body to be exhumed. It took him about 5 seconds to conclude that indeed, Edward had unalived Elva. However, the strangest part of the story are not the claims of Elva haunting her mother, or twisting her neck like an owl. It's that all this ghostly nonsense held up in court. During Edward's trial, Mary was allowed to testify, and while it was Shu's lawyer's intention to make her look like a crazy old lady, this backfired horribly when Mary stood her ground and managed to convince the jury of what she had experienced. The trial's acceptance of this ghostly evidence had led some to call it the only known case in which testimony from ghosts helped convict a murderer, which is emblazoned on a plaque celebrating Elva Shu, who got her killer from beyond the grave. Is that the end of Elva Shu? I guess her given name was different because it says here on the placard, something, something, Department of Culture and something. West Virginia Department of Culture and History. And there's a date I cannot read. Maybe 1931, perhaps? Greenbrier Ghost. Interred in a nearby cemetery is Zona Heaster Shu, whom I guess they called Elva. Her death in 1897 was presumed natural, until her spirit appeared to her mother to describe how she was unalived by her husband Edward. Autopsy on the exhumed body verified the apparition's account. Edward, found guilty of unaliving, was sentenced to the state prison. Only known case in which testimony from a ghost helped to convict an unaliver. Okay, guys, I do need more water in order to continue talking. I forgot to do my juice this evening. I have a little coffee. Devoured Eagle says, unaliving sounds like somebody is getting turned into a zombie, rather than getting offed. It sounds like neither alive nor dead. Right, the unalive, the undead. They're opposites. I wonder if we could look this up on Find a Grave. Zona Heaster Shu. Let's go to Find a Grave. Let's go here for that. I guess it's .com. You guys have never gone to Find a Grave before. It's quite interesting. Gotta get the name again. Zona Heaster. Stop that. Zona. Easter, maybe pronounced Hester. Zona Hester Shu. Like Elizabeth Shue, the actress, spelled like it. And search. No matches. What's the story name for her? Elva Shu. Elva. Elva. Year died 1897. And search. No matches found. No matches found. This site rots. I guess it's mostly for finding famous people. Like, who died? Let's do Ted Danson. I just pulled a name out of a hat here. His passing so sorrowful. May God rest his soul. Ted Hansen, we'll just clear that. Delete. Search. 93, 2006. (2015). There's lots of Hansons. I don't know Ted Hansen's full details. Ted Hansen. There we go. 47, he was born. That ought to narrow things down. Uh, 1947. Search. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, Ted Hanson's still alive, isn't he? Is he? Is it Ted Danson? I'm sorry, Ted Danson. Ted Hansen. No, it's not Ted Hansen. Search. Bullshit. Excuse my language. Because they have like James Cagney. Real popular these days, huh? Let's try who else is dead? Well, isn't Leonard Nimoy passed away? God rest his soul. Leonard Nimoy. There can't be too many Leonard Nimoys, right? Search. You have Hanson instead of Danson. Nothing? This fine and grave rots. I didn't spell Danson right either. I have an O-N. It is O-N, isn't it? Yeah, it's O-N. So it says Ted Hansen, the discount Ted Danson. Deneen Too Fabulous says, I think you have the wrong date of birth in there still. Thank you, Deneen. Good point. Come on, Leonard Nimoy. Go. Yes. Okay, let's check out Leonard Nimoy's final resting place. May he rest in peace. First, the marker. Leonard Nimoy, 2031 or 2015. Beloved husband, father, Poppy. Great-grandfather and friend. There's several pictures here. I guess it's on that rock right there. Can we tell from this? Not really. You'd think it would have mementos on it like that one. Picture 1 of 7. It's at the, right by the water's edge. Isn't that something? It's a very nice place. Groovy. Next topic, guys. We need a topic. Let me see if I can find a topic up here. And so looking. There's the 5 senses. I have a question from Casual Kitty. What about Jason? He's probably equally confused. You mean the serial killer, the fictional serial killer, Jason? I lost the thread of that conversation. My apologies to Casual Kitty. Got the Medford Schmooze. We need ideas, people. Remote viewing. Thank you, Thomas. Thomas Trevino. Remember, guys, make sure you put in a few of my names there to make me see the color and look at the chat. But thank you, Thomas. Well, that's up next. Remote viewing. And before we get to that, I would like to remind people. Can I do both those at the same time? I don't think I can. That. Let me just, this is what I'm going to do. We're going to do this thing here. Where is it? It's right here. This is going to go here. And this is going here. I need to get some, there we go. The movie's going to be on Thursday this week because I was kicked off of Twitch for the second movie of the last movie. A little bit too much flash. Oh, I got kicked off. I got suspended for 7 days. And the next suspension is probably going to be even longer. So Thursday's the movie coming up next week. The guest host will be Gotcha Man. Coming up this Thursday. And the features are going to be a medieval extravaganza with Monty Python and the Holy Grail and Black Death. In Black Death, a young monk acolyte is sent during the time of the Black Death, is sent to a village where it said people are being brought back from the dead. So quite a good second feature there as well. And Gotcha Man will be guest hosting at that time. Let's get rid of this. Crystal Lake was Jason's stomping ground, Casual Kitty reminds us. Renee with a topic, thank you. Got it, Renee. It looks like first we are doing Thomas Trevino's remote viewing. Devoured Eagle says the same thing happened to another creator called Sleazy P. Martini. the ex-manager of Gwar. I saw Gwar in concert. He got into Kick and Rumble. He's doing good. By the way, I'm now on Rumble. The old shows are airing from Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Pacific. Nine a.m. Sorry. 12 p.m. 12 in the afternoon Eastern, 9 in the morning Pacific. Devoured Eagle says, no way, pictures, anecdotes. Green tea with a topic. Thank you, Green Tea. Zerthian, glad to hear about Rumble. I should check out Kick as well. Should check that out. Another topic from Deneen Too Fabulous. Thank you, Deneen. But first, remote viewing. Remote viewing is a purported paranormal ability to perceive and describe a target, such as a person, place, or object, without using the traditional senses. The term was coined by physicists Russell Targ and Harold Putoff, parapsychology researchers at the Stanford Research Institute, to distinguish it from clairvoyance. Its concept gained attention in the 70s, the 1970s, that is. Devoured Eagle says some lady parts got shown in a movie night and got banned temporarily, but the female Twitch streamers can do the naughty and get 0 penalties. Well, they know how to not what to show. You can't I'm not going to go over it. You can't, I guess you can't show nipples. And, of course, the G-Roin area. And they don't. So, but everything up to it. This sparked interest in the U.S. government, leading to the establishment of the Stargate Project, a $20 million research program sponsored by the CIA to explore the potential military applications of RV, remote viewing. Okay, let's check out Stargate Project. In fact, let's check out the CIA. I think they released the original CIA papers. Control C. Let's ask AI. Going to all. Where can I find original CIA documents concerning Stargate Project? Answer with AI, please. Concerning these oh, it's on Google. Google won't offer AI, but this will. Documents are available. Where? Where can I find them? Please provide a link to. Please provide at least one link to the I found several attachments. However, I cannot provide direct links as they are likely classified or restricted. No, they're not. Not anymore. Visit the CIA's Freedom of Information Act. Okay. CIA releases psychic experiment documents. Okay. Related stories, Stargate Project. Declassified UFO reports. So where do we find it? Available in the CIA's electronic reading room. Search for Project Stargate. Searching for that. A program plan for Project Stargate. Evaluation of project. Let's do one of those. Whoa. Bigger, please. That's the biggest they have. Devoured Eagle asks, have you heard about the Chris Chan curse? I have not. Let me copy that. Thank you, Devoured Eagle. And where's the other thing? Devoured Eagle says, a Twitch called Kamika was literally doing it live in front of a camera. She got banned, but promptly brought back because she claimed it was an accident. Submit appeal. It was an accident. I'm thinking of submitting appeals on my my 2 Twitch bans. You can submit an appeal up to like half a year after you get the ban. So if I don't know what I'm going to say. Maybe if these movies, maybe I can say since they were movies that are shared with Prime, why don't they allow it, you know? That's what I'll do. I think I wrote that down already. Yeah, Prime appeal. Devoured Eagle says Chris Chan is one of the biggest rabbit holes. That sounds interesting, Devoured Eagle. Thank you. I got to save these things. I've been losing them from show to show. Let me drag them down here. Devoured Eagle. Deneen. Green tea. Subject, evaluation of project. Intelligence information indicates that a series of smuggling operations is underway involving the shipment of multi-ton quantities of cocaine from Colombia to Mexico. The supplied tall number was from an aircraft that had previously been associated with this activity. In Project's second session, Source B was redirected and was asked for the aircraft ETA and exact destination in Mexico, I guess by remote viewing. This information was even though we cannot confirm it to be true, was very much appreciated, in that it does provide the actionable type of information that we require. Overall rating by project and source project. A possibly true source, possibly true information value. Low value. Low value approved for release, 2001. Does it say Stargate anywhere? Yeah, collection Stargate. No follow-up to that, is there? How would you know? In a friendly version. Evaluation after that. Is that the following one? Yeah, it's the smuggling. Low value. Or repeating it with the previous one. And this one is also Stargate. They don't give many details, do they? Search results. How about a program plan for the Project Stargate? Submitted to blank, 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 and blank. Prepare a program plan and submit an appropriate budget request for a research effort over several years to determine whether the Stargate program can show results that are cost-effective and satisfy reasonable performance criteria. This plan and any other research of this program should be subject to peer review by neutral scientific experts. The director of the DIA is directed to prepare this research and peer review plan within existing program funds. That's Defense Intelligence Agency. The DIA has prepared a draft multi-year research and peer review plan that addresses cost and performance criteria of Project Stargate. The plan focuses on identifying the underlying mechanisms of anomalous mental phenomena, establishing the limits of operational usefulness of same, determining the degree to which foreign activities of the same represent a threat to our national security, developing countermeasures to neutralize foreign activities in anomalous mental phenomena, using research findings to improve operational activities, developing data fusion criteria to integrate these results with other intelligence sources. So a pretty thick plan there. Project Stargate approved for release 2004? Maybe. It's just about appropriations from Congress. Oh wait, here's a specification. Reduce effort to monitoring only. Okay, next up. Is going to be I think it's look at this. Is it Shazbot's? No, can't do that one. Shazbot, sorry. Devoured Eagle? Yes, the Chris Chan curse. Thank you, Devoured. Chris Chan's curse. Yahamiha. The curse Yahamiha is a fictional finishing move created by Chris Chan, a webcomic author and internet personality. According to Chris, this move releases a blast of power that places a curse upon its victims. The concept was inspired by the Kamehameha maneuver from the popular anime and manga series. Manga. Dragon Ball Z. Chris Chan often claims to use curse Yahamaha in verbal combat, accompanied by hand gestures and declarations of curses. He believes this move gives him a sense of control and power, reflecting his delusions of godhood. The curse Yahamiha has been used in various contexts, including online arguments and interactions with others. However, Chris Chan has since retracted all his curse Yahamihas, conducting a supposed magical rite to lift the curses he had placed upon others. The curse Yahamiha has become a symbol of Chris Chan's eccentricities and online persona, often used as a meme or joke to poke fun at his eccentricities and delusions of grandeur. Chris Chan, the creator of Curse Yahamiha, and the webcomic Sonichu. Ian Brennan Arison, a character in the Esperchu series who impersonates Chris Chan, also using the curse Yahamiha. Okay, looks like we're on the next topic. That was a quick one. Going to be Deneen. Buckout Road. Thank you, Deneen. Let's answer with AI first. Buckout Road, located in White Plains, New York. Also fairly near to me. Maybe a day's drive. Located in White Plains, New York, has a notorious reputation for being one of the haunted roads in America. The road's dark history dates back to the early days of colonization. Looks like we have another topic from Renee. Thank you, Renee. Got it. With tales of Native American tribes, YT settlers, and brutal conflicts resulting in bloodshed and tragedy. YT, the euphemism for white people. Over the centuries, Buckout Road has accumulated a plethora of urban legends and paranormal activity. Some of the most chilling tales include cannibalistic albinos, witches and unalivings, and the Lady in White. It's been immortalized in film and pop culture. Some claim to have experienced real-life hauntings on the road. Okay. WestchesterWoman.org has a story called Buckout Road, White Plains, a Westchester Street's Haunted History. The first online magazine for women in Westchester County, New York. And written by Westchester Woman. There's no credit here. Oh, an online magazine for women, and they don't give credit to the authors. What's that about? What does that say? It looks like a head marker. Buckout Road. Here's Buckout. John Buckout. Looks like maybe 1847 to 1915. Charlotte, his wife. 1828 perhaps to 1913. So he survived his wife by 2 years. May God rest their souls. It looks like. It's hard to see the births and deaths. Buckout Road, located in White Plains / Harrison, New York, has gained a notorious reputation as one of the most haunted roads in America. The legends and stories surrounding this 2-mile stretch of road are filled with tales of cannibals, witches, and unalivings, Over the centuries, Buckout Road has witnessed a series of chilling events and paranormal occurrences, such as the following. The colonist origins. The road's history dates back to the early days of colonizers. Originally inhabited by Native American tribes, the area witnessed clashes between the indigenous and white settlers. These conflicts resulted in bloodshed and tragedy, with victims being scalped and mass murder taking place. The violence and unrest during this period set the stage for the dark and haunted reputation that Buckout Road would come to acquire. Perhaps the most infamous legend associated with Buckout is the tale of the albino cannibals. It is said there was a mysterious red house on the road, which served as a dwelling place for a family of such flesh-eaters. According to the legend, if you parked your car in front of the red house and honked your horn 3 times, the family would emerge and attack you, tearing you limb from limb. Well, I'd have my foot on the gas. This macabre tale attracted thrill seekers and curious visitors to Buckout Road, drawn by the sheer audacity and terror of the legend. Went down the wrong pipe. However, the red house was destroyed in a fire. Oh boy. Pardon me. A casual kitty asks a very natural question. How do they know you could do that? If everyone that did it got killed. The remaining structures on the property was subsequently demolished, leaving behind only the chilling memory of the albino cannibals' reign of terror. Weird US tells the tale of high school kids who would taunt albinos living on Buckout Road by pulling mean pranks, honking their horns, and begging on their door. According to this version, one night a teenager attempted to put an M80 into the mailbox, only to find the decapitated head of a child. What exactly is an M80? I've heard it's like a quarter stick of dynamite or something like that. What exactly is the power of an M80? What is the power of an M80? Whoops. Wrong. Search place? Power of an M80 firework. Oh, Dragon's still on. Sorry, guys. My bad. The M80 is an American class of large, powerful firecrackers, also known as salutes. Originally designed for the U.S. military to simulate artillery. Each contains 80 grains of flash powder. In terms of energy output, a stick of dynamite produces approximately 2.1 megajoules. In comparison, an M80 is equivalent to a smaller fraction. It's estimated to be about 1/8 or less the energy of a stick of dynamite. It's banned in Texas, says Yellow Rose. Devoured Eagles says Beavis and Butthead love to throw these around. It's essential to know that M80s are regulated in the United States. Oh, so it's federal. The ATF, Bureau of, what the A is. Something tobacco and firearms. Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms? Requires a license for possession of fireworks. Why would it be alcohol? Containing a charge in excess of 50 milligrams, as the M80 contains 80. However, smaller firecrackers with similar appearances and names are legally available. Yellow Rose, you are correct. It is regulated everywhere. You don't want to mess around with an M80. Kids, do not attempt this at home. The Buckout family and their tragic fate. One of the most well-known families associated with Buckout Road is the Buckout family, whose name is believed to have inspired the road's name. Many have driven by the gravestone of John Buckout while driving by the road. As far as we know, he was not an unaliver. Descendant Isaac Van Vart Buckout of Sleepy Hollow, home of the Headless Horseman, however, was an unaliver. He was hung in White Plains in 1871 for the unaliving of his wife and seriously wounding a friend. He's suspected of messing around with her. But he also had accused her of cheating with his brothers and her own nephew. Let's check out this Buckout Road. Buckout Road, Westchester, Buckout Road, located in White Plains. It is, oh, pardon me. That's so rude to be yawning. There she be. Oh, wow. I hope we get to go on it. We better. Turn on the lines, please. Yes. The entirety of Buckout Road is available. Now, this is Hall Avenue. So we bear right onto Buckout. Let's start on Hall. That direction is just some kind of logging road or something. Looks like it might have been an old road or path of some kind. No, this is Buckout. End of new paving. Any houses around here? That's posted. Oh, yeah. Not a red house. Interesting sculpture in the yard. Only 2 miles. Check out the old fence. They're all over the place around me. All through the woods. We are in quite a rural area. The Helderbergs. Helderberg Mountains. Ooh, it's getting darker. Yellow Rose for Texas says it looks like home. Another old farmer's wall. When they were clearing the fields, they put the stones at on their property lines. Parking in excess of 24 hours in the village of Harrison is prohibited, except on Sundays and holidays. No trucks over 10,000 pounds. All town roads, except local delivery. It's mostly not inhabited. Country road. It's a gate used by farmers around here, that kind of gate. Might be a field back there. And the striping comes on. What are they over here? Condos? Check this out. No, that's one person's house. Isn't that something? Yellow Rose for Texas says, it belongs to the town's bigwig. Let's get back up again. How do we do that? Where did all our stuff go down here? What did we do up here? Options? How do we get back into top view? Google? No. Show heading and tilt controls? Where the icons are supposed to be down here, man? Escape? Yeah. Buckout Road continues. So which way? This way. They have their own pond. Construction. No red house, but there's a red dumpster. Holy moly. Look, that's a nice swimming pool. Freeform. So this is haunted, huh? Well, you get what you pay for. And ends here. The Lady in White. Another haunting presence on Buckout Road is the Lady in White. Many witnesses have reported sightings of a ghostly woman dressed in white, believed to be Mary Buckout. Kanga Kong heard of a restaurant club in Los Angeles that serves hominid flesh. Homo sapien flesh. Isn't that interesting? That I gotta find out about. Thank you, Kanga. Okay, right here. It appears there is no evidence of a legitimate restaurant club in Los Angeles that serves Homo sapien flesh. The claims of such a restaurant, including Cannibal Club and Rishang Restaurant, seem to be fictional or based on misinformation. Cannibal Club LA. The search results indicate there is no credible evidence of a restaurant by this name in Los Angeles. We don't like debunking stuff. CannibalClub.org. This website, registered in 2008, claims to be a restaurant specializing in Homo sapien meat, targeting LA's cultural elite. Rishang Restaurant. The Reddit post about a person allegedly eating Homo sapien meat at Rishang Restaurant seems to be a work of fiction or a prank. Yeah, sorry I had to debug that, Kanga. It's reported from Dining Club. Used to be a famous credit card diners club. But this is Dining Club. What if there still is a diners club? Can you still get a diners club credit card? Whoops, I gotta do AI. Based on search results, it appears that Diners Club International still offers credit cards. Specifically for corporate cards for businesses. However, the option to apply for consumer cards is temporarily unavailable. Diners card was the original charge card, introduced in 1950. That was popular in the mid-20th century. However, it faced competition from banks issuing revolving credit cards such as Visa and MasterCard, and its consumer card offerings declined in popularity. Today, Diners Club International seems to focus on corporate card offerings, providing travel benefits, insurance coverage, and exceptional customer service to business card members. The company's emphasis is on its corporate clients rather than individual consumers. In summary, while Diners Club International still offers credit cards, it appears that consumer credit card options are currently unavailable. Another haunting presence on Buckout Road is a lady in white. Many witnesses have reported sightings of a ghostly woman dressed in white, believed to be Mary Buckout, who met a tragic end by hanging herself from a tree. Her spirit is said to roam the road, forever trapped in a state of unrest. Additionally, paranormal enthusiasts have reported other ghostly apparitions and unexplained phenomena along the road, further fueling its reputation as a haunted hotspot. Some say her agitated ghost could be due to grave robbers. According to Terry Hollowtown, Mary Buckout was the wife of Captain John Buckout, who together had 14 children. They must have been exhausted. This doesn't appear to be the same John F. Buckout whose tombstone we see when driving by. His wife's name was Charlotte. Captain John Buckout lived to the age of 130, while Mary passed away 30 years prior, at age 100. No, I don't know what her age was. It just say passed away 30 years earlier. They're said to have a total of, including children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, 240 offspring. I wonder if you could see, like a name on a mailbox, if they still do that anymore. If you could talk to one of these people, look up their phone number, call them up. If, like I say, if they have their name on their mailbox. I mean, do people still do that in this county in New York? Who knows? There's a mailbox. Or is it? No. Oh, yeah, it is. It's encased in concrete and stone, however. That's a good idea. Is this one the same way? Is this like the standard for this road or something? Just says number 23. A lot of people don't put their names in their mailboxes anymore. Casual Kitty asks, is this the albino cannibal residence? On the same road it was supposed to have been. Yes, Casual Kitty. Deneen correctly observes, that's so the snowplows don't demolish your mailbox. Exactly. Good luck on that, though. Good luck on these stones by the side of the road, too. They don't seem to have any problems so far. Oh, excuse me. It's now time for me to go Betty bye. Don't be stalking, Bill, says Elder. That's stalking. Let's find out. Dictionary. Stalking. The act or an instance of harassing another in an aggressive, often threatening and illegal manner. If I call him once, is that aggressive? If I tell them who I am, is that threatening? If I ask them if they've ever had any spooky encounters on Buckout Road, is that illegal? I don't know. What about doxing? Is doxing illegal? Let's try AI for that. Where is doxing illegal in the U.S.? And of course, instead of doxing, I get Dr. Singh, doxing. Well, I'll just correct that. Doxing is not illegal in the United States under federal law. However, some states have enacted anti-doxing laws. There are specific examples: Oregon, Illinois, Hong Kong. In what states is doxing illegal? In what states? in. Doxing is illegal in the following states: California, Oklahoma, Colorado, Florida. Additionally, some states have laws that protect specific groups from doxing, such as California and Colorado. Wow, they're getting really behind, aren't they? Federal laws also apply to doxing, according to now to this AI. AI sucks, particularly when it involves interstate communication or affects individuals protected under federal laws. What are the criminal civil penalties for doxing in the states where it's illegal? Do state laws regarding doxing apply to online platforms? Well, that's how can you dox without online platforms? Okay. So, guys, don't forget, coming up this next Thursday, my Twitch suspension should be over, and we should have the double feature of the week. Guest hosted by Gotcha Man, but I will be there in spirit and possibly in chat, and most likely in chat. Good night, Renee. Thomas Trevino off to watch Kolchak the Night Stalker, starting on certain networks at this time. It will be big, says Casual Kitty. Yeah, it's a medieval festival this coming Thursday on the double feature night on Night Terrors. Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and Black Death, in which a young monk acolyte is sent to investigate the veracity of a town where it is said during the plague that people are being brought back to life. Good second feature. So join us on Thursday, next week only. We're hoping that the Twitch ban is up by then for showing skin on an earlier movie. Until then, may God bless and protect you all.